Why do so many people carry banners of global justice while their personal lives crumble into silent chaos? It's a dangerous delusion, and this belief that you can fix the entire world while ignoring the battlefield in your own soul. This isn't just about activism or ambition. It's about the tragic arrogance of trying to reorder the world while you're still broken inside. It's about the lie that says, if I fix the system, I'll feel whole. But that's backwards. It's you that must be confronted first. Not the system, not the government, not your parents, you. Because if you haven't confronted the darkness in your own heart, if you haven't wrestled with your own demons, then your attempts to fix the world are not just useless, they're dangerous. Because you'll externalize your inner chaos, projecting it onto everything and everyone around you. You become the tyrant you were hoping to overthrow. There's a fundamental polarity that governs existence: order and chaos. Order is structure, predictability, security. It's the known, the world you've mapped out and come to understand. Chaos is the unknown. It's what you encounter when your plans collapse. It's the sudden death of a loved one, the betrayal you never saw coming, the diagnosis that cuts your life in two. You, as a human being, stand on the knife's edge between those two realms. And your task is not to eliminate either one. Your task is to navigate them. But you cannot walk that line properly unless you have integrity. And you don't build integrity by pretending you're the Messiah for the world. You build it by confronting your own shadow, voluntarily, piece by piece. You see, the world is full of dragons. But the first one you need to face is the one guarding the gold inside your own psyche, the one who whispers your insecurities, the one who holds your bitterness, your envy, your self-loathing. That's the dragon that matters most. Slay that one, son, and then maybe, just maybe, you'll be strong enough to confront the world's dragons. Take Dostoevsky, for example, the brilliant Russian novelist who gave us the Brothers Karamazov and Crime and Punishment. He didn't write stories about perfect people fixing the world. He wrote about deeply flawed individuals who stare into the abyss of their own souls. Raskolnikov in Crime and Punishment tries to impose his own vision of justice by murdering a pawnbroker, rationalizing it as a noble act. But that act unravels him, not because the world punishes him, but because his own conscience does. It eats him alive. Dostoevsky understood something profound. The greatest evils in the world don't start out there. They start in here, in the heart of man. Similarly, Carl Jung spoke of the shadow, the part of ourselves we refuse to acknowledge, the aggression, the selfishness, the lust, the desire for dominance. And he warned that if we don't integrate our shadow, it will manifest unconsciously, often in horrific ways. What you refuse to face within yourself, you will act out in the world. You'll call it revolution, or justice, or progress. But it will be nothing more than your darkness masquerading as virtue. If you refuse to confront your inner chaos, you will suffer, and so will everyone around you. If you run from responsibility, you will live a life of constant anxiety masked by distractions. If you refuse to wrestle with your trauma, you will bleed on people who didn't cut you. You'll form relationships based on projection and manipulation, not truth. You'll shout for fairness but secretly seethe with envy. You'll claim the moral high ground while your personal life rots. You'll demand change from others but recoil when asked to change yourself. And then what? When it all falls apart, you'll blame the system. You'll point the finger outward because it's easier than turning it inward. But deep down, you'll know it's you. And that knowing, that silent, gnawing recognition of your own cowardice will haunt you. It will become the root of your self-contempt. So what do? You start small, you clean your room, you tell the truth, even when it costs you. You keep your promises. You get up at the same time every day. You stop blaming your past for your future. You sit with your pain instead of numbing it. You forgive someone. You ask for forgiveness. You make a damn list and follow it. Not because these things are grand, but because they're honest. And honesty is the foundation of everything you claim to want: peace, purpose, strength. Because if your words don't mean anything, then neither will your actions, and neither will you. But here's the truth no one tells you. You are capable of incredible transformation. You are not just some fragile creature doomed by your past. You are a being forged in suffering, but designed for transcendence. The strength you seek is already inside you. It's buried under excuses, addictions, distractions. Yes, but it's there. And every time you do something you didn't want to do, but needed to, you uncover a piece of it. Every time you resist the temptation to lie, to blame, to manipulate, you reclaim a fragment of your soul. And those fragments, that's how you rebuild yourself. Not all at once, not through some grand gesture, but brick by brick. And eventually, you don't just become someone who can fix their life. You become someone who can hold the suffering of others without collapsing. You become someone who speaks truth in the face of tyranny. You become the kind of person the world actually needs. Not loud, not self-righteous, but grounded, clear-eyed, dangerous in the best way. The world is broken, yes, but the path to healing does not start with a protest sign or a post on social media. It starts in your bedroom, in your journal, in the mirror. It starts with a brutally honest inventory of your own soul. It starts with admitting what you've become and daring to become something more. Because if you save the world before saving yourself, you'll corrupt the very thing you tried to fix. But if you save yourself first, if you straighten your spine, if you speak with truth, if you take on your burdens voluntarily, then your life becomes a beacon. And that beacon, that's how the world changes. Not by force, not by control, but by example. So stop trying to save the world, not because the world isn't worth saving, but because you are. And the world can't afford to lose another person who is supposed to be whole.